Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So we are picking up Banner Saga 2. This is a game I've had in my library forever. I did start it at one point, but I'd never finished it. Let's see. I played this back in 2017. I only got a little way through. Did not finish, so I'm excited to see where this goes. Yeah. So let's get into this, huh? Shall we watch the recap, even though it just happened? I'm kind of curious to see what this is like.
When the sun stopped in the sky, life continued as normal. Then the stone-armored dredge reappeared, ancient foes from the far northern reaches, and the world was thrown into chaos. Giant Varl defenders were slaughtered, their strongholds destroyed. Now Hakon is the Varl king and protects who is left of his race. Rook, a humble hunter and father of Alette, found himself leading frightened clansmen towards safety.
I wonder how it knows who you chose. Or I wonder if Alette dies no matter
His
what.
caravan crossed paths with Juno and Eyvind, two of the mysterious spellweavers known as Menders, who know something about the massive, mountain-breaking serpent on the loose. In Borsgard, a town under the protection of the mercenary leader Bolverk, both Varl and humans stood against a dredge general, the immortal Sunder, known as Bellower. Juno devised a way to stop Bellower, but it cost the life of one held dear.
Oh, it kept it vague, so I guess it could be either Alette or Rook here. I was wondering if it would specifically specify Alette as being the one.
The saga continues.
Okay, that's a nice recap. I might clip that for people who might have seen the first game. Okay, so let me make sure we're on normal, as it should be. And let's start a new game, huh? Import save game. We want this one here. We want it to import our choices.
Tíminn líður áfram, eins og straumþung á sem fleytir okkur áfram. Time continues washing over us, moment after moment, like waves on a coast. Some more fierce, more violent than others. So few of my kind, the giant war, remain alive. Even so, I find myself wondering if humans, while able to bear children, suffer more for the loss of loved ones. Several weeks have passed since we slew the Sunder known as Bellower, but the chaos of the world did not wither as we hoped. The world is breaking. We sail aboard hastily crafted ships for the safety of Arberain, the human capital. But the river curses us with a clear view of the dredge, assaulting another hopeless village.
So it sounds like it picks it up right where the other game left off, which is nice. Oh, we're right in the middle of a battle, too. Move away from those glowing rocks! This one's mine. Well, this ain't going well for these guys, whoever these guys are. No, no, to the depths with you! Hey, it's Rook. Keep killing them! Damn it, Rook, quit running ahead! Drag around the screen to see your surroundings, blah blah blah. Portraits show the initiative. We know this. Rings, same as before. It's basically recapping the game from before. Nothing really new yet. Okay. Renown, we know. This is new. Without an enemy to reach, this enemy will choose to smash an obstacle in his way. Obstacles on the combat board will make you change tactics, so plan wisely to make them work to your benefit. Alright. Alright. Pillage mode was from the first game. Who's this guy, by the way? Does he have a name? His name is Aleo. Aleo will rest his turn. Also from the first game. Not finished. Rook is angry, guys. I think he wants to die. Okay. Sure. I'm assuming I'm not supposed to win this, right? Excuse me. Oh, here comes the rest of my dudes. A final blow directed at your head is deflected, and giant horns slam into the dredge surrounding you. Ivor pulls you to your feet and away from combat as other fighters from your caravan rush in to finish off the enemy. Ivor moves you past the crowd of worried villagers, ensuring you can stand on your own. I don't know what you were... He stops speaking as the village chieftain approaches. A Varl leader saving a human village from those things. Legends are made of much less. No Varl leader, just Ivor. Those things are dredge, like the stories you've probably heard as a kid. And it was Rook here who ordered us to stop. Forgive me. Maybe it's this never-ending sun, or dredge, or the deaths of so many of my clansmen. I'm not myself. The man's eyes appraise you, and he quickly nods. I'm Aleo, the Skald. Were you trying to drive the dredge all the way back north by yourself? I wouldn't stop there. Aleo looks into your eyes for a moment before recoiling. Something terrible must have happened to have such hatred for them. A topic for another time, Skald. Maybe. Of course. Mind if I ask of news from Borsgard? We heard rumor the Sunder Bellower was laying waste to the town. More than a rumor, but he's been dealt with. By your clan? Your Sunder Slayers? The term makes Ivor wince and ends Aleo's excitement. But what about the deep shaking in the ground? Only yesterday we felt a rumble like none before. We'll say it could be the giant serpent. The serpent in the sun? Radormer? Radormer. I'm no holy man, but joking about dead gods feels wrong. About as opposite of Radormer as it gets. This one's determined to swallow us all. The Skald looks skeptical. Killing a Sunder is a big enough tale on its own, for now. Oh, this guy's a bard. That must be what a Skald is. Then let's get ready to leave. Not to sound ungrateful, but this place, it's all we have. It's our home. Nod quietly. No, we didn't risk ourselves so the dredge could kill you tomorrow. The Skald looks around at the small huts of his village. Borsgard is the only other place I've seen in my life. This small village is all my family knows. Are things really as tragic as you're making them sound? Probably worse. Alea looks back and forth between you and Ivor before nodding. Packing and tending to our dead will take some time, but I'll have everyone on the ships soon. Aleo heads off to the village to organize supplies. People thinking we're heroes now? The world is breaking in more ways than one. Ivor, one of the giants known as Varl, has fought Dredge in the northern winters, personally killed the Sunder Rays, and lost an arm to the Sunder Bellower. He has been by your side through everything, including the death of your daughter. Now you feel the weight of his full attention. What you pulled out there, fighting the dredge alone, was that tied to Alette at all? I don't think Rook would be, like, angry about this. And I think Rook is grieving, but I don't think he is so far gone that he lets revenge. I'm gonna try my best to hold it all together. Keep holding it all in, and you'll lose it when these people need you most. Alette was my reason for living after Aldous died. I remember. But make this caravan your reason now. There's still plenty for you to do. He walks towards the village, leaving you alone with your thoughts. Oops, sorry. I wanted to save the screen. It would make a good wallpaper before the logo showed up. Chapter 8, From Their Homes Must All Flee. I like how it carries the chapters over too. The traveling merchants are surprisingly well stocked, Ubin the Old Varl, dubbed Scrivener, says. Since Borsgard, our numbers have grown. People have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we'll need plenty of supplies considering our destination. Where can I find the merchants? Can't miss them, he says. A group of tents they call a market. What kind of supplies? Stuff like food and mead for the trip. The merchants have got a few interesting items as well, but folks can't eat those in lean times. You'll have to choose wisely. Even your renown will only stretch so far. Thanks, Ubin. Of course, he says. Oh, almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens, the mercenaries who followed us from Borsgard. Chat with their leader, Bolverk, but be careful. He's not like other Varl. I like that they're like kind of walking you through what happened at the end of the game in case you had forgotten. Information about your caravan. This is all basically the same as before. 28 days of resting, blah blah blah. Market supplies. These are the supplies the merchant has available. He will give you 5 per renown. You need 9 supplies per day to survive. Oh, I have to add 15. Okay, confirm. Okay. God, these are expensive stuff, aren't they? But you can't really take it with you, so... Kinda like that one. 8% crit chance, though. But that's like 8% for criticals. This is like an overall +1 to strength everywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and get that. Alright, let's talk to people. Oddly, your former chieftain's widow is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Give us a moment, will you? The group walks away as Oddleaf stands and wipes loose feathers from her tunic. I doubt you're here to explain your actions with the dredge. I don't think Rook would be defensive. I also don't think he would be ignoring his problems either. I'm gonna say I miss Alette. I can only imagine. She watches you in silence, not pressing you to continue. Eventually, she changes the subject. I wanted to discuss the clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food while we travel, but we could always use more fighters. But training them takes time. I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. Then you'll just have to find a balance that works. We're okay for now, but who knows how our needs will change. I see. Thanks. You turn to leave, but Oddleaf places a hand on your shoulder. We should talk, Rook. At some point. Talk about what? You. Not the leader you, but the man I knew from Skoger. She gives you a faint smile and returns to her fletching. Aw, that's cute. Oops, I did not want to... Whoopsies. Oh well, that's fine. We should probably have stayed a day anyway. We had some injuries. Oh, this is the big dude, right? The Varl mercenary leader Bolverk and a rather large female fighter are talking to Juno, a member of the Spellweaving Menders Council. Bolverk looks annoyed. Nothing unusual. There is no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Borsgard. God, I can't do a deep enough voice to do this guy justice. Get this one to do it. Get me to do what? If Juno is surprised by your presence, it doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Varl. Rook is seeing to the survival of this caravan, something I doubt you care to do. Oh, shit. A new woman has entered the ring. He won't be seeing to anything much longer if he keeps fighting like he did earlier. Again, what other task are you talking about? That determination will see these people safely to Arborong, but with respect, our discussion stays between us for now. Her look at Bulwark says she expects him to keep it private. Ivan needs my help with healing the wounded, but we should leave soon. See Hacken at the dock when you're ready. Juno leaves without another word. Fane, Valka. One of these days, Claw and Fang will get thirsty for Spellweaver blood. Claw and Fang? His axes. The large axe heads are polished, the blades sharp, and the cheeks scarred from plenty of use. But it's the gray handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've seen before. How long are you going to let Juno tell you what to do? You avoid his goading. Only to Arborong. Then it's King Meinolf's job. Like he's got the answer to any of this. He'd royally piss himself if he ever saw a dredge. The pig-tailed fighter laughs. Have we met? I'm Folka, a shield maiden in charge of keeping the ravens alive. Bulwark gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. I already know who you are, chieftain. I heard there's a problem I should know about. The Varl seems to grow taller and more wild as he takes a step towards you. You stopping to save every faint idiot along the river will get us all killed. Makes more sense to only stop the ships when we need supplies. And get rid of half these useless people too. They're slowing us down. That's not going to happen. Humans, you're all the same. Oops, sorry. I was thinking it was humans. You're all the same. You think you have it all figured out in your short lives. You've got no faint clue what was going to happen. No more than any of us. Bulwark snorts and returns his attention to a large sealed cart behind him. His bare cloaked back indicates the conversation is over. Alright, good morale. Gives us willpower bonuses in battle. We got plenty of supplies. I think it's probably time to leave. The wooden planks of the well-used dock creak as you walk across them. Hakon, a warrior recently acknowledged as king of the Varl, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring? I'm just as lost as you are at this. Is that so? Hakon says. It seems like you were born to lead these humans. Maybe Varl are more yaks-headed than just our horns. His laugh rumbles through the dock. We're as ready as we're going to get. Let's sail. Sure, let's go. After lighting the funeral pyre, the last villagers find seats on your rickety longships built of scrap wood scavenged in Borsgard. The ravens find space around a long cart on their black-sailed vessel. Oars slowly move all the boats into the river's current. And we're off, guys. Aleo looks ill. At least it's not the brackish sea, he whispers to himself as he steps around rowers and baggage to speak with you. I'm not sure we're all built for aquatic voyages, he says, and I hear Arborong is quite a distance away. My people could use a few hours' rest on solid ground. The hopeful looks from others sway you, and you signal for the ships to make land. Would you mind telling me why the capital is our destination? Aleo asks. I would say this one. Because we're really going there because of what they are saying. Menders, the Skald's shoulders drop. Sorry. The Skald's shoulders slump. We were all hoping for something more substantial. He realizes Ivan and Juno can hear him. I thank you for healing my people, but we're talking about an army of dredge. The Valka and her apprentice share a smile, but say nothing. Dredge, Aleo says, almost in awe. Man and Varl's storied foe from oh so ever long ago. But they're real, and here. How have they made it so far south? His glance at the Varl is met with both anger and shame. The longship rocks gently, and the Skald grabs a rope to steady himself. If only we had the fabled horses to ride upon, we'd outpace the dredge and be on sound footing. His dramatized misery is almost as amusing as his thanks when he steps back onto land. Map of the world. Our location is here. We're going down the river. Prior to arriving at Layle's village, the caravan had hurriedly embarked from Borsgard. This is where the first game ended. In the wake of the devastating siege laid by Belor and his armies. Alright, so this gives us the little tidbit tools. Caravan attempting to reach Ormsdalr by river. As Strom led some of the first men east, Ormsdalr was one of the most important places they settled, nestled in the crook where the Ormsa River splits. If Borsgard and Ormsdalr were twins, Ormsdalr would be the righteous brother trying to keep his evil twin from hurting anyone else. Alright, so that's where we're stopping over. Our ultimate destination is here. Ultimate goal of the caravan. It is hoped that the walls of the ancient city provide safety. Click on them to read more. From humble beginnings to the eventual seat of power for the king, Arborang is the most populated and contested city throughout the human lands. Its towering obsidian walls have been pulled from the depths by the weaving power of the Menders. As each new generation of residents builds another ring of walls, the city continues to grow larger, more indulgent, and more dangerous. Explore the map at will, blah blah blah. Okay. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I have to go check something on our porch because the wind is kind of picking up. I'll be right back just a second. Okay, back. Sorry. We have some weather going through today. Alright. When you're finished reaching the map, click this button. Okay. Return the map at any time by pressing that button. Got it. Number of days passed will be there. Morale drops. Starve, morale drops. Must rest in camp, blah blah blah. Click here to camp. Oh, I guess we have to do it. Okay. When a day passes in camp, your caravan consumes a day's worth of supplies. Click the rest tent for now. I don't want to waste supplies. Let's talk to the guy first. A strangely familiar man with a spear and tattoos beckons to you. His movements are somewhat odd, almost comical. You wouldn't be confused by Trygvi's. You wouldn't be confused by Trygvi's presence if you'd supported his journey long ago. What? The man's eyes glaze over for a moment before clearing. He now acts like your old friends. I've lost it. Lost what? My desire to keep going. The same as you. I still want to keep going. Lie. You lost someone special and now feel lost. I once lost a dog. Don't compare my daughter to your dog. Trygvi starts laughing maniacally, as though you've told some great joke. Not your daughter. You're the dog we all miss. He laughs some more and wipes his eyes. Trigvi starts singing while walking away. Yellow and blue will lie to you, lie to you, lie to you. Oops. Oh, that's right, they wanted us to camp here. Click the rest tent. Heroes tent to inspect and promote your heroes. Items. This is all basically the same as the first game. We still have a ton of level ups we should be doing. Cool. Alright. We are ready to leave camp. Our morale is great. We got tons of supplies. Let's go ahead and move on. Shouted orders turn several ships toward the bank. You have no choice but to call all the other vessels to a halt as well. By the time you land, a crowd has gathered by the water. A man in fine clothes and a missing hand stands in the center of the others. He smirks as you approach. And here he is, the feigned, self-proclaimed ruler of us all. Are you the reason for this delay? I don't answer questions from backwater scum, no matter how high they've risen in the pond. Then I'll stop asking. Get back on the boats. You don't know who you're talking to, do you? Rook, you might not remember when we first arrived in Borsgard, but I went with Bolverk to speak with the governor. What's your point? Well, this is Rugga, the governor. Ludin, the entitled Prince of Alberang who joined you in Irontoft, steps forward from the gathering crowd. The former governor of what was Borsgard, actually. Wow, that's harsh. Careful, Prince. Rivers are dangerous, especially this far from your papa's side. The threat causes a few gasps from clansmen. Ludin's bodyguard, the usually quiet Varl Bersi, growls, but is waved off by the young prince. The Mender and I were just discussing Rook's banner. It'll make a nice addition to Borsgard's. Sure, dude. That's not gonna happen. These aren't the rules of the woods anymore, Rook. You're among men now. Try to act like one. God, this guy. If anything, Rook's banner would join Arborang's. Or are you claiming control of the entire kingdom, too? I'm just trying to guide my vulnerable prince home with some dignity and proper leadership. But it was Rook who led the fight against Bellower while you were hiding in your great hall, Governor. Sorry, I'm trying to do something on the side here. Overseeing a besieged town isn't hiding, Mender. Just as fighting in a battle isn't necessarily leading. Wow, this guy. But Rook kept us alive across the frozen wastes, he did, cries a man. Saved us at Irontoft, too, a woman adds. Others join in, listing your deeds and cheering your name. Then it's settled. No more delays. Rook is our official guide to Arborang, but will consult with me on major decisions. I don't want a title or a boss. Honestly, yes. Prince Ludin glares at you as if you've slapped his face, and Rugga laughs. Your guide has a lot to learn before the capital. The helmeted guard beside Rugga whispers something in the governor's ear. Rugga nods, and both men return to their ship without another word. Everyone back to rowing! Ahead, driftwood has collected, creating an impressive barrier for the longships. Alternatively, going ashore has its own risks from whatever might be lurking in the trees. Prepare for portage. The ships groan as they're hoisted onto shoulders and marched across land. Navigating through the riverside brush takes time, but everyone pulls through unscathed. As the ships push off once again, dredge appear on the bank, a silent reminder of their constant threat. The Axemen and Varl pull away from their task to join the fight. Several die in the extended battle as blunted axes fail to kill swiftly. Eventually the dredge retreat and the river is cleared. Well, fuck you too. We might make it down this river to the capital without any more trouble. You look at Ivor, surprised by his optimism. And I might sprout wings and start flying. Would that make up for your missing arm? Hey, I get to make jokes about losing my arm, not you. Funny. I suppose that's fair. So what are you worried about now? I think you should make use of this trainer in his tent that we haul around everywhere. You've led fighters in battle before, but there's always more to learn. So let's bank the ships and challenge your skills a bit. Oh, I don't want to do this. This is the training tent. Complete challenges and do fight from spread. Let's talk to Ivan first. You watch for a moment as Ivan, Juno's apprentice and the mender found nearly dead at Ridgehorn, moves his staff in a complex pattern repairing some armor. Not a bad festival trick, right? I've seen worse. And I've seen better, like yours back in Borsgard with stopping Bellower. For all the good it did. Ivan watches you, studying your face before speaking. I know the pain in your eyes. Remember when we left Sigerholm? I just knew if we could wait one more day, Juno would arrive. And you were wrong. Like you are now. You saved hundreds of lives, each one grateful for your leadership. And all it cost me was my daughter. I'd give anything to have her back. Ivan's face falls. You don't know how dangerous that thinking can be. What do you mean? He seems to shake himself from some distant memory. Nothing. Just believe me. You protecting these people, seeing them to safety, it's the only hope for the future. Ivan picks up the repaired armor, hitting it with his staff to test it. I'm glad we could talk, but I needed to check on the fighter who was wearing this. We gotta do the training tent, freeform sparring. Well, come on in then, let's have a look at you, Sven the trainer says. He's missing teeth. After a quick assessment, he says, Yup, looks like you could stand to learn a few things. I've got 5 challenges for you, and if you can finish them all before we get to Arvorang, well, I'll let everyone know you've impressed me. Sven's laughter is full of phlegm. Let's start with a few of the basics. You think about what he's saying. I'm ready. Apparently I gotta defeat or finish these challenges before we get there. This is new. I don't remember ever using the training tent in the first game. So, now how do I form a shield wall? Adjacent to an enemy. Am I not adjacent? Use heavy impact to the... Oh, I've got other people here. That's why. I'm like a rando here. Okay. Use heavy impact. Okay, let's go here maybe? I don't have 100 heavy impact. Who has heavy impact? Kill an enemy using puncture. Bird of prey. None of the stuff I actually have, so how could I do any of these? Oh, maybe we did the shield wall. I see. We did one of them at least. Kill an enemy using puncture. Again, no puncture here. Sundering impact, but no puncture. Somebody's at my door. I'm gonna have to step away here real quick. Real quick, be right back. Apparently, I'm not paying attention, and the wind picked up a bit, and my neighbor just retrieved something for us, so it's now my entryway. Should probably pay attention. Alright. Willpower. Blah blah blah. Okay, we got one of them. Check back frequently for more challenge sessions or spar anytime you like. We don't have any renown to upgrade them. I wonder if I can go back with my own... Who has puncture? Can I see their abilities? Mark prey, battering ram, impale, bird of prey, rain of arrows, mark prey, arc lightning, guts, bloody flails, battering ram. Oh, ouch, cat! Oh, my cat just crashed my arm. Tempest, forge ahead, sundering impact, impale. We found impale. Also Trigvi. I wonder if I could go back and do this with a certain group now. Did I see Sundering Impact in there at all? I don't even remember. Battering Ram. There it is, Sundering Impact. Hacken has that. Okay. Hacken, here. And then we'll throw these two in just for giggles. No. My cat's trying to climb in my hair. Alright. Just want to spar? Or wait. Never mind. Guess we gotta do this. Alright, ready for battle. Wow, there's a lot of people here. Is this everybody else? That sucks. This isn't the same thing though. How do I end training? Didn't I say I could end training at any time and then I could quit? Oh, there it is. End training. We want the ones with the challenges on them. Which must be the other thing. What, can you show me? 5 challenges. Yep, it's what can you show me. I am ready. Oh, but I only go in with a certain number of people? Heavy impact. Okay, so I get some of the people. Let's hang back a second. Heavy impact has to damage 3 enemies at once. Don't know how to... Oh, I thought he had... He's got sundering, not heavy. I'm very confused here. How about why it only lets me have one person and... That was very clearly hacking though, right? Am I crazy? Oh yeah, because hacking has sundering impact. Nobody has heavy impact, so we can't even do that yet. Alright. Onward. Streamer can't read. You look at all the food freshly placed in the supply carts. What's all this about? You ask oddly. The clansmen are trying to help as much as possible now, she says. Whenever they can, they'll forage for nuts and berries, or fish and hunt. She hands you a piece of fruit. They may not know how to fight, but they can keep us alive by keeping us fed. A crowd begins to cheer from one of the longships as a man struggles with his fishing net. As his catch nears the surface, some voice concerns. You're close enough to make out a large shape and what looked like fur or hair in the net. Keep watching. Bear cub! Shouts the man with the net. Long dead. What's it mean? Superstitions blow across the ships like a gale. Talk of plagues and famine make eyes go wide. You notice Bulwark at the bow of his ship, staring at the cub and brooding more than usual. Well, at least it wasn't like bad or like something murdering us. A desperate-looking lot of adults and a Varl stand on the shoreline, waving you down. You probably look similar going anywhere with Ivor. They look hungry, but can they be trusted? Slow the boats and ask their needs. Look, I am all-inclusive on this caravan. Everybody is welcome on this boat. The basics, the Varl says. Food, safety. Trade routes are empty. Of the 24 humans, half look like they've seen battle. Come up. Oh, hey, I can zoom in. Look at that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Come aboard. Everyone carefully files onto a couple of the less burdened ships and starts eating. Glip, the Varl says, which you take as his name, and as this appreciation. Whoop. Zoom in, zoom out. Zoom in, zoom out. Shouts from one of the rear longships grab everyone's attention. The quick construction is proving faulty and the ship is taking on water fast. With dredge on the bank and all other ships almost at capacity, you consider your options. Have the clansmen board of the ships. Several ships pull alongside the foundering vessel and start hauling others to safety. The rescue longships groan and dip with the new strain, but they stay afloat. A mother kisses the head of her son and makes a gesture of thanks to you. Okay. Seems like a good choice. Smoke from a village catches everyone's attention and the longships begin to slow. I doubt these scraps of wood we're floating on can hold many more, Ivor says. You feel the governor's gaze on you and he slowly shakes his head. We'll help as many as we can. When the ships land, you and a few others rush toward the smoke, but the closer you get, the stranger the situation. There's no sounds of battle or people panicking to put out fires. Keep going, Bulwark growls. We'll see what the dead are carrying. The Varl's comment defies tradition, but so do many things about him. Push on to investigate. A barn is the only thing burning. No one is around. Unusual, Oddleaf says. Some kind of trick? Maybe that fire trapped someone else? While everyone looked for buckets and water, some Varl carry a full yak's trough to douse the barn. The door and front wall are soon smoking charred remains, easily kicked open. Unfortunately, there is nothing of note inside. After a slow trudge back to the others, Rugga stands aboard a ship shaking his head. Some thieving and bandits ambushed us and took off in a supply ship while you were on your do-good mission, he says. We'll be even more crowded now. Glad you're at the helm. God damn, that guy's sarcastic as fuck. A large clump of hazelnut trees looked like a good place for clansmen to stretch their legs and gather supplies. Once on land, the children laugh while kicking around leather-wrapped balls of rags. You notice a Varl on the edge of the clearing, silently staring into the woods. He's watching a lone dredge grunt stalk a squirrel. Might be 100 of them in these woods. The Varl's whisper is still loud enough to scare the squirrel and alert the grunt. He looks at you and the Varl before slowly backing up. Kill it before it alerts the other dredge. Your arrow wedges in between two plates of stone armor and the dredge cries out in a strange warble. It runs, eluding your second shot before disappearing in the trees. The Varl, who made no move to chase the dredge, says, "We'd better get everyone to stop looking for food and to head back to the boats." He sounds vaguely irritated. Everyone watches the shoreline in silence, but no sign of a dredge force is spotted. Some complain about running from a single dredge, but most just stay quiet and vigilant.
Carved rock on a vacant island. Asilai's godstone almost looks lonely.
She's even more beautiful than the songs say. Oh yeah, that is a nice carving. Varl are admiring the godstone when you notice some are missing. It's Bolverk and his ravens, Aleo says. They looked rather upset by my music and all the singing. He shrugs. If they'd rather hang around that large cart instead of joining us, I won't take it personally. But come closer. Let me introduce you to Alice, the god of streaming waters. Asalai, the god of streaming waters. She is the curves of every river, a guide for those of us traveling unfamiliar lands. The skald runs a finger over small etchings in the stone. Inscriptions from all those who were lost but found a way back home with her help. Listen to more of the tale. Some say her stone shows the struggle of leaving the familiar to see what's over the next hill. Alea looks at the ropes tied around parts of her and smiles. Before the gods died, her stone supposedly stood tall and moved a few steps each year, so people are always trying to make sure she stays put. Alea looks at you, grinning. Have you the strength to hold her, or a gift with which to entice her? Pull on one of the stronger ropes? You wrap your hands around one of the larger ropes and begin to pull. It feels as pointless as expected, and Asalai's godstone does not budge. Suddenly, you are joined by Hakon and Ivar, who lend their great strength. Others quickly join until the rope snaps and everyone sprawls into a laughing heap. You return to where the clansmen have set up camp and see someone, a woman in torn robes, slip from your tent. She blends in with the other families, and after making sure nothing is amiss in your tent, you let it go. Well, that's strange. Total clansmen fighters. Yeah. Speak to Sven in the training tent to start training some of your clansmen into battle-ready fighters. Okay, hold on. Well, I just yanked my headphones out. The two Varl look deep in conversation, but Ivar catches your eye and waves you over. So they've all armed themselves and are running from something. But what? Hakon's becoming a dredge scholar, trying to understand the motivations of our enemy. It's just strange that we've never seen their women fight until recently. Good thing, too. We might have lost the Great Wars. You think about what to say. What happened back then? A great deal of killing on both sides. Imagine waking up to dredge attacks every night. Back then, the sun actually set. You'd wake up to a sound and see nothing but glowing eyes around you. Ingvar probably told you we never got close to pushing them back to the depths they call home. Actually, Ivar has never said much about the past. Oh? Ivar says nothing, just holds Hakon's stare. Well, he's probably got more stories than you could hear in your short lifetime. Juno says there's a darkness coming. But what Valkas say and mean aren't always the same. They speak in riddles and prophecy. Still, it might explain why the dredge are everywhere, like someone kicked an anthill. Maybe whatever's coming hit them first. Or maybe it's just a new tactic for a new war. If they've learned to crack the ground and call a giant serpent, then we're all dead and just don't know it yet. Has anyone ever talked to Dredge? Both Varl look at each other. There are some rumors that some have tried and been killed in the process. A lot of nonsense. Scald tales about the sound of a Dredge's voice making your skin fall off. So there's been no communication with the enemy? Is that normal? We were too busy killing to worry about a fireside chat. Besides, they only ever make warbling sounds. I'd guess if anyone has talked to them, it'd be the Valka, but good luck getting them to give you a straight answer. I'll leave you two to figuring out the big issues. You should know the clansmen have been talking about us killing women and children, Dredge or not. It's not sitting well with everyone, which is probably the way it should be. I say, if it's us or them, we make sure we're still standing. Hakon's words weigh on you, but there's nothing more to say. Okay, so I have to go to the training tent to train some of my clansmen into fighters. The trainer looks past at you at some boys and girls eager to learn. Teaching fighting to the young, Sven muses. They won't go back to hunting and foraging for food, you know. Sure you want to go through with this? We need the protection. Sven blows out all his air through flapping lips. Then let's get it done. How many you want fighting for you? Shit, we gotta make a decision here, don't we? 100 new fighters will do fine. We got enough food and water to last us a day and a half? Sven asks. That's what it'll take for me to break them from running at the first sign of trouble. Make it happen. Consider it done. Sven whistles through his missing teeth. Alright. And I guess that's it. Ouch. Just wrap my knuckles on my table, on my desk. Time on the cramped longships is proving too much for the children. They're climbing ropes, interrupting rowers, and constantly leaning over the sides to touch the water. Some Varl and clansmen look annoyed. Keep your kids by your side. We're at war until Aberang. Some mothers give you irritated glances, while a few Varl smile in your direction. Regardless, there is no denying the children are safer by their parents' side. A cool breeze across the water works its way into your cloak. You shift to block the wind and feel something press into your hip. You feel around and find an item in your pack, but do not remember obtaining it. Oh, that's from the lady who was in your... Oh, it must have been Asalai herself. What's with this weird guitar riff all of a sudden? The sheer cliffs and boulder-strewn waters of the southern bank dictate the longship's course. The droning sounds of the dredge accent their quicker pace as they follow your ships along the northern bank. Dust and mist make it hard to see ahead. A hissing, rumbling noise grows all around. Waterfall! Shouts the shower-pied Nid from his bow of her longship. Oars instantly reverse and you nearly lose your balance. Oh shit. Cutscene. The roar of the approaching waterfall clouds your thoughts. Though you overloaded the ships with the clansmen you picked up, the archer's keen sight and warning provides some time to react. Only 2 ships fall to the power of the overwhelming current, though the screams of the families, fighters, and Varl are difficult to move past. Oh damn. The remaining ship's rowers pull hard, heading for the dredge-lined northern bank. In their haste, the vessels smash against sharp split rocks as they push towards the shore. Some fighters are thrown from the boats, sinking in mud under the weight of their own armor. The longships are too spread out to command a unified landing. Amid the chaos, you look at those nearby. Gris, a stout Varl warrior, and a few others like him look ready to rush the dredge. Bolverk and his company are close to you, hauling their sealed cart off the ship. You consider your options. Gris make an opening in their ranks. Without questioning your authority, the stout Varl grunts in agreement. 5 other Varl join him and push forward into a dredge onslaught while you ready your attack. I didn't think Bolverk would actually do anything, because he's always pissy about how many people we have with us anyway. So I feel like he would push back about having to help all these people and fix my problems. Okay, so we need to start leveling up some of our older, or our lesser leveled people too. Let's throw an archer in because archers are usually valuable, and then Hogan and Mogan because I like their bloody flail. We got level 6 stuff nobody can use, level 5 stuff. What does he have, item-wise? That's fine. +3 strength overall. This gives +2 strength and 2 willpower. Okay. Moger could use an item. We'll give him the gloves. These guys are level 3s. I don't know if we have anything. Oh, we got some points to spend over here. Okay, as we learned last time, we need to level that up. As we learned last time. Can't use any items at the moment. Anybody else have any points to spend? She does. I'm just spending some extra points that we have here. Oops. Ivor has some points. Bercy has some points. Oh, you can like... Break is the amount of damage. Okay, so what? Is this like you max it out and then you can do more with it? So rank 1, 10% to cause puncture, 5% to avoid armor attack. Okay, that sounds good to me. I didn't realize you could add things to this. I feel sheepish. Is that new? Oh, I see. It's only when it's got the plus sign. Okay, I think we're good now. Alright, let's onward and upward. That's a lot of dredge, goddamn. Oh no, Gris died because of my fucking... Aw, man. Guys, I can't do anything right. Gris died now. What the fuck is that? wanted to do actual damage and not that. This was almost low anyway. This dude has 3 HP left. They're like animals. Oof. Spicy meatball. Okay. Kill that one, it might make the others run. Well, he's standing on Shatterstones right now, so we need to move him regardless. Alright. This way. We need to help these two over here. Trying to get close enough for right now. Oh, I could have fought that. That's okay. Hey, Exta! How are you? Shit, Alexa kicked in. Hope you're well today. I mean, that's good. The game is loud again. Hold on. Let's try that. Sorry about that. I mean, I am also really quiet, however. Sorry, my husband's sending me pictures. Today is apparently the Marine Corps birthday, and he is getting cake at work because of it. And he's sending me pictures of the cake I'm not eating. I can order it more if it's still too loud. I really can't tell on headphones. I think it's okay for now? Okay, well let me know if it ever is not okay. Oops, not what I wanted. Actually, what probably is, rather than the... Here, hold on, let me turn down the music a bit more too. It's not necessarily the actual sounds of the battle that's too loud, it's the music I think is too intense. Let's try that. Well, shit. Oh, come on. It was a 70% chance of hitting. Apparently that means it's enough to fail. Alright. Hakon works his way through frantic clansmen on his way to you. We lost some good Varl on those ships. Humans too, but you saved more of those along the way. Maybe too many. You look at Hakon with disbelief. I'm not saying I would have done things different, but some of those ships were too weighted down. As far as we know, this group is all that's left of my kind. Each Varl death is one step closer to being wiped out. For a moment, the Varl King looks more vulnerable than you have ever seen him before. Hakon squints into the distance. Their next attack is coming, and this time they'll come in force. What do they want? They seem keen on our supplies, but that can't be it, can it? That wasn't the reason for attacking us at Borsgard. Juno and Ivan approach. There may be a way out of this situation. A gamble, to be sure, but we believe it's our only chance. Gods, it's bad when a Volca option is the only option. Worse than that, I can't promise everyone will make it. Oh god, already? We just started this game, we're already losing people. Juno gives Ivan a look. Just tell me your plan. Ivan sighs. With Juno's help, I think I can get us across the chasm, but it won't be easy. For me or the caravan. I need to help Ivan and calm these people so they are ready to march when he is ready. You need to keep this area clear of Dredge at all costs. If they... The sound of a war horn cuts her off, and everyone turns to look. The Dredge assault begins. Brooke, Hakon, you know what to do. It looks like the force you trained is roughly the size of the enemies. This could go either way, but a victory here will protect most of your clansmen. Juno and Ivan move to the cliff's edge. Hakon, surveying the battlefield, says some supply barrels could make a few barricades for defense. Otherwise, it'll be a straightforward assault. We want barricades. Men and Varl begin moving barrels of food and gear ahead of the fighters, but they look your way for confirmation. You realize these supplies will be ruined in the fight. Yeah, go ahead. The barrels are barely rolled into place before the fighting begins. Injured, blah blah blah, we are aware of this. Alright. Oops. Out, out, out. Luckily we've got a ton of people to swap in. Ivor. Krumer. And Eckel. Hold them off. This will take time. Alrighty then. Let's go back here, behind the barrel. Whoops, I wanted to go her to go one more. Oh well. Can she get? No, she can't. I like when he hits his own guys. Whoop. People coming from the woods. You must keep the dredge away. Still missing an arm? Yeah. That didn't come back. Whoopsies, I thought this was Eckel. My bad. It's fine. Concentrate, Ivan. You're doing it. Alright, come up this way so you're not blocking the other guy. Jeez. Can you do whatever it is you're doing a little faster? Because we're gonna need some time here. Okay, this is Eckel. Almost, but we need more time. Alright, dude, you gotta stay put and just, like, weather the storm here. That's fine. Okay. That should work. If we can clear away the dredge, we can proceed. Oh shit. You can't go anywhere. I suppose we can just smash this one. Let's start picking these dudes from the back. Oh jeez. Oh, I should have had her move. Just cause yep. Well. Echo not the greatest. Maybe with some levels. We'll see. Alright. Some more injuries, but that's par for the course. It's a lot of renown, though. We can get some levels for sure once we can actually do that sort of thing. Juno walks onto the floating land, cradling a kid goat in one arm. She looks strained, but beckons to the families to follow. You shout for everyone to start moving, but the fighters and clansmen alike remain motionless. Large chunks of earth bobbing in midair like ships at sea has everyone unsettled. Finally, Ivar takes the reins of a yacht loaded with a supply cart and walks out onto the first floating stone. It supports the load without issue. We go this way or the dredge kill us all. His words are punctuated by slinger stones thudding into the ground only feet away. Men pick up their children and start running. The caravan animals squawk and bleat in the frenzy. Varl pushes through the crowd while others fight to follow in their wake. The frightened mob tramples a few and knocks a couple more from the ledge before everyone is strangely pacified. Even you feel a strange sense of calm settle your nerves. That's not terrifying at all. The wounded and elderly struggle to make it onto the floating rocks while fear of the bridge paralyzes the legs of others. The dredge give chase, crossing onto the bridge without hesitation. We don't want to drop the back of the bridge because some of our people are back there, so charge. You launch yourself into the approaching dredge, swinging your axe wildly and driving a few backward. Other fighters and archers follow your lead, holding off the dredge until the last of the clansmen make it past you. The stones under your feet begin to tremble, and you realize it won't hold much longer. Run! You shout to the fighters who joined you. Almost all push forward as the stones nearest land fall away into the chasm below. Yeah, that'd be a hard no for me, Doug. I'll take my chances with the dredge, thanks. Ivan is growing visibly weaker. Meanwhile, many in the caravan are stunned by witnessing family members fall to their deaths. The effect is spreading. Everyone look forward. Move. While those immediately around you hasten their steps, others don't hear you at all and fall away as Ivan's grasp wanes. Yikes, guys. The stones behind the caravan are falling faster than the rising ones in front. The rear clansmen are pushing forward in a panic. Bulwark shouts, "Knock some of these people over the edge before we all go down!" People gasp and flee from him. "We are carrying too much," Ivor says. "We've got to get rid of something before that mender drops us all into the depths." You look around and see only people, food, and the massive cart the ravens are hauling. Only 2 of those are an option. What's the cart? I don't even know what's in the cart. Before the Varl can respond, Juno says, "Absolutely not!" Her distraction affects Ivan, who falls to a knee. The entire bridge shakes and stones fall away around you. Clansmen scream as they fall to their deaths. Juno scrambles back to Ivan's side and the shaking stops. God damn it. If you were clear about what was in that cart, you should have told me. Bulwark snorts at you. Should have left those people back on the other side. At least they could have died fighting. The caravan continues forward in a fog of fear and worry. Okay, we're almost there. That town's gonna be like, what the fuck? Just a bit further, Ivan. Ivan's scream chills you as it echoes off the cliff a mere 100 yards away. Again, the bridge shakes, but stays together. When Juno looks at you, her lips are trembling. "This is killing him," she says, "and I won't let that happen." Her tone is dark and cold. "We'll dump the rest of the supplies." "Thank you. We'll replace them in Ormsdollar," says Juno before returning to Ivan's side. The supplies are dumped and the caravan moves forward. I mean, I'd hate to dump the supplies, but the people are more important.
It's hard to believe we made it across that chasm. Now we find what's left of Ormsdalr. Once a great trade town at the fork of the Ormsa River. How many lives must have been lost here?
From the massive Varl to the youngest human children, everyone is sapped from crossing the chasm. Tents are loosely strung up and gear is thrown onto the ground as everyone falls asleep. You manage to post a few guards out of habit before sinking down against a crate, wrapping your cloak around you and closing your eyes. Your chest aches as if from a wasp sting. Feeling around for the cause of it, you look down between your leathery gray fingers, running over a redstone breastplate. Your chest aches as if from a wasp sting. Feeling around for the cause of it, you look down between your leathery gray fingers, running over a redstone breastplate. What? Gasping, you open your eyes to find your cloak still wrapped around you. Oh, it was a dream. No stone armor underneath. The caravan is still asleep, snoring more prevalent than usual. You're able to drift off for a bit more rest before facing the tasks of the new day. Was he dreaming he was Bellower or something? Yeah, our morale is shit. Okay. Let's level some people up, I think. Actually, do we have food? How much food do we have? Oh, we still got 22 days. We're fine. We're gonna level some people up at least. Ivor deserves a level. Okay. Oddleaf deserves a level. Oops. Oh, we can increase her other skills as well. She gets the same thing though. Let's close. I mean, kind of like that as an archer. God, we got so many levels to spread around. I leveled Ivor and Oddleaf and they already have enough for another level already. Where's Hacken? That's Bearsea. Where's Hacken? Let's get Krumer. And then Hogan and Mogan, I think. Oh, sorry, just Hogan. I'm one short for Mogan. There's nobody level 2? Doesn't look like it. Okay. I didn't see how many days. 3? 2 days. Oh, 3 days for some. Our morale was low anyway. Whoopsie. I think I just did 4 on accident. My bad. I double clicked. Well, morale's happy at least. Right? I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. Hopefully that extra day we accidentally just stayed doesn't come back to bite us. Okay. Ruins, I guess, is where we're going next. You make your way across the broken bones of the former trade town, curious as to what's inside this building, which is still somewhat intact. Oh, my alert boxes. Fedet, thank you for the follow. Let's bump that up here. Sorry about that, my alert box is apparently not showing. It should show now. Anyway, thank you for the follow, Fedet. Fedat? Fedat. We'll go with Fedat. The structure groans as you enter and you hear yourself whispering, "This isn't worth it." After a quick survey of the room, only two things stand out. A stone with strange etchings resting on the broken mantel and footprints in the dust near a small door in the wall. A gust of wind blows up from the chasm and the whole building creaks. I know you're there. I'm here to help. The small door creaks open and a child looks at you. "Come here," you say. "This place isn't safe." Her red hair catches the light. "Alette!" you shout. "I can save you!" You reach for the child, who is terrified by your appearance and words. She slams the door closed and the building shutters. Wooden planks around you snap, and you barely have time to flee before a large section of the structure crumbles off the cliff. You sit in the dirt, staring, emotions knotted in your throat. Oh, he confused the strange child with his daughter. That's sad. Ivor stands... Whoopsies. Oh, shit, guys. I'm gonna go AFK really quick. I just spilled on my carpet. I'll be right back. Really quick. Shit. Shit skis. Sorry, it's fucking amateur hour around here today. Ivor stands stoically by Ivan's pallet, watching the mender's breathing. It took a lot out of him. Out of everyone. No doubt. A lot of families lost members out there. So why even follow me? I get people killed. I'm not doing this again. If you can't see the number of people out there still alive because of you, nothing I say will change it. With nothing to say, you look down at the resting mender. The spell weaving took a toll on him. He looks as bad as me. Before Ivor can respond, Oddleaf abruptly enters the room. Good, you're here. It's the Ravens. They're trying to leave, and some of our people want to go with them. Why? What? Why? We nearly went over the waterfall in ships and lost a lot of people following some Volca across floating rocks. I'm not saying any of that is your fault, but people are scared. If they've made up their minds to go, they'll leave whenever you're not looking. And the Ravens have been hoarding supplies this whole time, and they're trying to take off with them. Juno and Hakon are trying to talk sense into Bulwark, so it's desperate. As you make your way to the door, you turn to look at Ivor. Another Varl isn't going to help that situation. I'll stay here with the mender.
Now stand down, or you'll be missing more than your horns. Stand down, you son of a yacht!
Oh shit, guys. Shit. I wish I could do accents like that. I can't calm him. His fury. Here they are, just as I said. Oh shit, he's going to town on Hakon. Bolverk's lost his mind. At least we got great morale. Okay, I guess we're doing this, huh? I don't really want to kill him, but I will if I have to. Oh, it's Ursa? I thought she was dead. What have you done? It worked. Bolverk, hear me. I thought Ursa was dead. Oh wait, she fled after the forest fire. Damn, imagine how cool it could have been Banner Saga if it's... Yeah, I know, right? The animation here and the music and just the background, it's fantastic. It could have been a whole lot more. I mean, I love the game, don't get me wrong, but you're not wrong. A series would be fantastic. The clansmen chatter as Juno converses with a dazed Bolverk quietly. Hakon grabs your attention. Get ready for a confusing conversation. He motions to Ursa, one of Prince Ludin's bodyguards, who is wiping her pitch-covered hand with a rag on her way over to you. Good timing, witch. How is it you're still alive? Tisk tisk, Hakon. Me being a witch was our secret. I'd hate to have to poison you. Whoever this woman is, she just completely stunned two Varl within moments of each other. Well, we already know who she was. Apparently the game doesn't recognize that. Oh, actually, no. Ursa was with the other group when Rook was with the first group. So they were in two separate groups. So Rook would know Ursa. A friend of yours, King Hakon? King? Hakon attempts an enigmatic smile before answering you. Rook, meet Prince Ludin's bodyguard, Ursa. I just assumed she died when we lost her. Well met. If there's anything I can do... Ursa holds a finger over her lips to silence you and then winks. You watch as she departs and finds Prince Ludin among the loitering clansmen. Strange, that one. Stranger than Bolverk being as tough as a damn Sunder? Heh, I should have mentioned he's a berserk. Probably the last of his kind after Einertoft. The Varl King laughs at your blank look. Berserks lose themselves in the fight. They're as strong as cold bears and just as wild. Hard to say if they're friend or foe in a fight. So a mender magics us over a chasm and you two decide to kill each other? I wasn't going to let him take our supplies without a fight. Caught him trying to take off with supplies he tucked away. Couldn't let it happen. A cool anger glistens in Hakon's eyes when he looks at Bolverk. Why does he want to leave? Says you've been bad luck ever since arriving in Borsgard. I can't say I blame him for that. The two of you actually laugh for a moment. I'd bet his main reason for leaving is just to be in charge again, run jobs, and keep his ravens in line. Like most of us, he's looking for something normal to grab onto. Whatever his reason, I hate that some of ours are going with him. We've done what we can for them. Be generous and split your supplies with the ravens. Half? There's kindness in being dumb. Bolverk's a Varl, so this is my call. We'll give him some, but not much. You shrug. Now let us see what we can find in what's left of this place. Okay, next chapter. Okay, sorry about that. I was cleaning up my mess next to me. Oh, apparently we're going to switch points of view between Hakon's group and then this Bulwark's group. You glare at the clansmen and Varl settled amongst the ruins of Ormsdal and feel the rumbling growl in your chest. Everyone will be ready to leave as soon as you start walking north. I won't fall for that stupid fire trick again. Folka ignores your comment. The new members from other caravan will probably need a beating or two. Think it was stupid of me to challenge Hakon? Not really my place to say. Since when has that stopped you? The shield maiden grunts. We could have at least waited to hear their plans first, then decided. Their plans almost took us over a Fane waterfall. That waterfall supplies all of us. Of course, it'll be nice to be on our own again. We make it to Bindal, get a job, and things get back to normal. We always survive. And what about all those dredge? If they make it across the chasm, it'll be war. War's always been good for business. Folka smirks, but her face hardens as Juno approaches. Bulwark, could I have a word with you? Haven't you said enough? I'll hear her out. Well, I won't. I'll finish the packing. The two of you watch Folka stomp off, but not too far. She's protective of you. Get on with it. I know your ravens need work. Without work and coin, that banner of yours is worthless. You step towards her, towering above the tall Volka, though she stands resolute. In Borsgard, we made an arrangement for you to protect this large cart until we were away from the dredge threat. They're across that damn chasm. That job is done. Agreed, but the cart you've been hauling has become too troublesome. It needs to be sunk in the deepest waters around. You grunt in disgust. Volka's secrets. You would turn down the Mender Council's coin? What's in the cart? I really want to know what's in that cart, guys. If you needed to know, I would have told you. Suffice it to say, you have a Volka's oath for a great deal of coin once you have sunk that cart. The Blue River northwest of Bindal is my suggestion. And if I just leave it in the woods somewhere? I will know, as will the other Volka. Besides, the ravens always finish their jobs. Their reputation means everything to you. You growl, but she's right. Fine. The raven's oath. It'll be done. Juno nods and walks away. Folka watches her leave and returns to your side. Now what? Now we have a job. Alright. We are not very large. Sure could use some more supplies in our cart, a raven says, tightening his belt. Kind of miss having those other folk around. They might not have been worth a damn in a fight, but they knew how to track animals and spot berries just about anywhere. Others agree. It's good to have a job in this economy. Yeah, right? Just take the coin and go. Sounds like you need practice. Start hunting. You send a few ravens who laugh with him. Don't come back empty-handed, you add. Choice words are mumbled, but they follow orders. 4 hours later, they return, each holding nothing more than a small rodent. 2 of them have split one. Folka shakes her head and says, "Pathetic." Yeah, they're not wrong. A group of new recruits from Borsgard and the previous caravan are loosely gathered behind Mogan, a skilled thrasher with a scar across his face. Oh, Hogan and Mogan joined us. Felt like a good time to introduce myself. Mogan. Thought you were a Rook's man. A good man, Rook. Too good, though. He couldn't enjoy the lack of gods and rules, the chance for fighting. There's a few rules to being a raven. Most important is following my orders. Of course, yeah! But what about this giant cart that Volka has us lugging around? Something in his tone signals a primal warning inside you. That has nothing to do with you. Well, the way I see it... He motions to the fighters around him. She's no longer around. Let's break it open and look at her riches. We're mercenaries, you idiots. We're paid to run jobs, not steal from who hired us. Is any of this making sense to you? He ignores her. He's only interested in what you have to say. The cart stays closed. Look around, Bulwark. The world is ending. Oaths don't mean a damn thing anymore. The man's words are fading behind the growl in your chest. That was your only warning. I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, we're gonna fight? Okay. But I like their bloody flail. Who the fuck is Spar? Oh, he's a bow guy. Sure, we need bow people. Bercy, Sigbjorn. Oh, we got just enough for everybody, huh? Okay. And we've only got 2 items, because that was what was on us when we left. Oh, I wonder if this is a coffin. What do you think? Is this going to be Sunder? One of the Sunder? It's about the size of like Bellower or something similar. I wonder if maybe she's carrying Bellower in here? I'm dying to know what she has in that chest that the cart that we're carrying. I'm betting it's a Sunder in here. It's my first really good look at it since it came up as a plot point. Alright. Let's just go up here. And turn. Oh, excuse me. I thought you were a fucking bow guy. Apparently not. You're a fucking Garl. Ouch. Well, alright, this kind of sucks. With a fire pit in the middle of all this, it's kind of annoying. Oh, alright. I was kind of hoping to avoid that, but we're just gonna walk through it. That's fine too. Shit. Well, nobody ever said I was good at this game. Fuck, blocking the way too. Alright, let's get in here. Okay. Yikes. Alright. Not annoying in the slightest. mean, okay, just run yourself over here. Okay. I mean, we took some injuries. Got an item though. Promotions. Injuries. This dude was misleading. He's weak as fuck. Folka grabs Mogan by the hair and pulls him up to stand in front of you. He's beaten, but not broken. Something you can respect. Bad for business if we let people think they can get away with challenging you, the Shield Maiden says. You thumb the edge of one axe while staring down at the man. Let him live, because he's got a brother. I have a feeling if I kill him, his brother's gonna come for me. The blunt end of Folka's spear takes out Mogan's legs and he falls to the ground. Several ravens deliver kicks to his ribs and arms, teaching him the consequences of disobeying orders. When they're finished, it's clear he won't be worth much for days. Alright, let's... I can't rest in the camp. We've only got 7 days of supplies there, dear. A commotion draws your attention into the nearby woods. You're surprised to see a small group of dredge, some which you've never seen before, engaging one of the new recruits from Borsgard. How did these Fane slags get here, you ask, though no one has an answer. The tattooed fighter is noticeably drunk, but he lobs 2 black axes in quick succession at an approaching scourge. The axes find their mark, shattering stone armor. Ugh. We're injured, though. But we should help him fight. You draw your axes and rush in, surprising all the combatants. I mean, we want people, right? Besides, we've got enough people who are not injured that we can do this. Let's put Folka in here. And Mogan, I guess. Alright, do we got some levels we can use here? Oops. Alright. Man, that's a lot of dredge. You over here? Wait, can we not? I thought we could move people in battle, but I guess not this time. Studo's not all that strong. Yeah, we got slingers. We're gonna make a beeline for over here. Okay, the dangerous one's down. Throw axes for strength damage until one is deflected. Oh, you can't do it right in front of you. I don't know, he had a better chance with the axes. Damn. Okay. Okay, get him in there. This is the dude with the throwing axes. Aw. Oh, guess you can only do. Let's get away from the blowing up stones. Oh, come on. That was still nice. But come on. Whoops. We need to get some supplies so we can stop and rest with these injuries. Recovering his axes, the mercenary gives you a lazy grin. That was... Well, I appreciate the help. Need a drink? Ollie extends a small flask that smells of potent spices and wood smoke. You wave it off. Where'd you learn to throw like that? Taught myself. Too many close calls face to face. Seems to soften people up a bit, when I do it right. Then do it right. Name's Ollie, if you are interested. Grew up in Boers. You walk off, but give Folka a quick look, letting her know you're impressed by Ollie's throwing. Okay, I'm hoping there's supplies here. Let's camp here for a second, right outside. Okay. First off, rest. Just in case there's a fight inside the city, we want, or the town, we need to be rested. 2. Okay. Roll the dice here. Leave. Ravens in the air as ravens approach, Ollie says with a slur. Is that a good sign? The small village ahead looks well fortified, with a few bodies outside the fences being picked clean by the birds. Your caravan moves closer but stays out of arrow range. Whoever's in there wants to be left alone, Folka says, but it could be our best chance for supplies around here. Approach the village, stating your needs. You grab the raven banner and advance on the town, dodging a warning arrow. We need supplies, you shout. You know who we are, who I am. A few moments pass before several more arrows zip past you, one grazing your shoulder near an old scar. Oh shit, I don't know. Do we want to attack these people or move on? We're low on food though. I guess we charge. The ravens pick up the song, crooning harmonies which unsettle the villagers as you all rush the barricades in a solid wall of shields and fury. Probably good enough. I was not impressed with Spar at all. Let's get Folka level though. Do we have renown. Looks like we're going barricade hunting here. Alright. Can he toss his axes over here? Nope, cannot. Okay. I mean, I hate to be attacking townspeople here, but I know Bulwark wouldn't give a shit. Oh, that's the axe guy. I keep forgetting he's the axe guy. Can we just attack? Yeah, but not enough. I guess we're gonna do it anyway. some people. That's what we're doing, is breaking armor. Alright. Let's go here. Come on, one more. Aw, fuck. So close. Alright. Let's get him in here. You just hold on here. Okay. Down the last of the barricades to find a dozen or so remaining villagers huddled together. Some have bows but no arrows. The others have thrown their blades to the ground. A man steps forward. "I'm Frederick, the oldest of us," he says. "We've been fighting off all types from Ormsdalr for 2 weeks now, just trying to protect what's ours." He looks back at his people and says, "You won't find us begging for our lives." Folka pulls you aside and says, "They know how to fight, so we'd be stronger if they joined us." You pull at your beard. "Or I could make them gather food for us," you say. "Food!" I mean, fighters are fighters and all well and good, but we need some food as well. "And what? Be your feigned slaves?" Frederick turns to his people. "Is that how we'll be remembered?" They all shout, "Never!" and attempt to grab their blades, but you and the ravens cut them all down with practiced ease. Well, that was a waste. "I should have known that wasn't really an option," Folka says and walks off to look around. Well, damn. Spar, an old wanderer who joined the ravens over half a century ago, points at the tents on the edge of the village. "Looks like the merchants are still here. Maybe they were being forced to stick around." We do need supplies. How's our injuries? We're fine. Alright. A scout points in the distance with a smile on his face. Walking that direction, you begin to hear the strangest bickering between two Varl. "Now you've done it, Jut," says one Varl with a large shield and spear. "Kept on until others heard and came nosing about." The other Varl glances your way, nods politely, and walks towards you while shouldering his axe. "Don't mind my brother Noki. He's a warrior." Worrier, not warrior. Worrier. Noki steps closer and shoves the other Varl with his shield. "Jut, Varl don't have brothers, and it's warrior." Folka looks at you with amusement and confusion. None of the other ravens seem to know how to react either. Are you two addled? "Not the nicest way to say hello," Noki says, extending his hand in greeting. "And if we're addled," Judd adds, stepping forward and swatting Noki's hand, "would we even know it?" Noki says, "Well, you wouldn't, Jut, but I'd know." The spectacle continues, and most of the ravens are now laughing at the absurdity. I'm not sure what you're after, but we're not sharing food. Jut shakes his head. We're not after food, are we, Noki? Noki says, no, no. Well, yes and no. Jut agrees. Yes and no, that's right. We'd fight with you. Noki interrupts. For you, he means. Jut looks annoyed. Noki, we'd fight for food, but we'd fight with this lot. You can join if you'll shut up. Thank you, Noki says, but Jut slaps a hand over his brother's mouth. Several mercenaries snort, trying to hold back laughing. The two Varl smile like fools and fall in line.
Wouldn't mind seeing irons fly. If only once more.
Remember the last time we saw this foul A-Blood Axe? Shut up. That's a funny looking bird. Think the ghost of this dead bird has forgiven you for that wing yet? Spar asks. The other ravens, including Folka, look from the broken stone to you in shock. Aye, the old man says. We were here nearly 40 years ago. Same spot as now, only a dozen of us left the unkindness then. Better men by twice than all of you. There's rumbling, but the ravens keep listening. We'd run a job for a man. Pfeffer or Finner. Fainer, more like, he says, spitting at the memory. He set us up to take the fall for some of his other deals gone bad. We got surrounded here, and this bear of a Varl loses his mind. Grabs a tree, a whole tree, and starts swinging. Spar starts coughing but recovers. Nearly killed us all, but old Ironix took a hit like no other, and there you have it. The excited ravens start asking you questions, but Spar is all too happy to answer. Study the shapestone. Ironix, the god known as the Winter Bird, stands proudly on an eternal perch of snow and ice. Stories of seasons past, of hunting Radimer across the summer skies, of creating blizzards while flapping its wings to land in winter, cover the outstretched wings. While walking around the stone, your foot thumps on something hollow. You clear away some ice and find a wooden box, probably left as some token of faith to a dead god. Leaving anything behind for the dead is a waste, you say, immediately prying open the box and pocketing the small item within. Pipe plant. We're gonna go for another 15-ish minutes or so, and then I'm gonna have to head out. So 15 minutes or so. We'll see what trouble we get into before then. Cold creeps under cloaks and forces the ravens to huddle together as winds whips around you. Snow begins to blot out the Wormscale Mountains in the distance, and you're forced to call for an early camp. Rising from your sleep, you begin pacing, occasionally drumming your fingers on the top of the large cart. A motion in camp draws your attention. Walking towards it, you hear groans and see Folka's shield rising and falling erratically among some furs. Humans, you snort, but the shield flips away, revealing a dredge grunt staring up at you. Stepping back, you bump into another dredge. Looking around, the entire Raven camp is a swarm of stone-armored bodies desperately reaching for you. When your axes lash out through nothing, you realize you are dreaming. An unexpected sadness swells in you, like you've let everyone down. A few of your ravens are watching you, smirking, but your growl makes them look away. You decide to walk the perimeter alone, while everyone else slowly awakens. Okay. We have no renown. There's no market here. We're gonna go ahead and head out. Around to hear you yelling! A harsh voice reaches your ears, followed by the laughter of several others. Your abrupt halt alerts Folka, who immediately signals the ravens to fan out and draw their weapons. Let's investigate. Over the next rise, a group of 10 haggard fighters and a few Varls surround half a dozen peasants and a broken wagon. A woman spots you and shouts, "Help us!" But a punch to the stomach drops her to the snow. The fighters turn, ready to fight. Charge. The man's confidence melts away, and he and all his fighters flee from your assault. You give chase for a time, but soon return to the wagon and the peasants. "Thank you," the woman who was punched earlier says. "I'm Seifa. I know you don't want us around, but if you're headed toward Bindal, we'll follow your path." Keep your food and your distance. No. Fine, but your food is ours. Fine, but your food is ours. "Payment for saving you," you say. The woman nods her understanding, but to your surprise, the wagon is nearly empty. "We'll keep our distance," Seifa says, "but we'll be behind you." You grunt and walk off. A couple of Raven scouts take off to check out the cluster of tents ahead. "Refugees from Ormsdalr," one of them says upon returning. "They've got a sizable camp and seem disciplined. They know we're here," the scout adds. "No sense in trying to avoid them." You take the lead and approach the refugees. A hooded man with a red spear greets you. "My name is Back, and this is Lofen. You're Bulwark of the Ravens, and is this your wife?" You are confused as much by his question as by the fact that no one is with the man. Who is Lofen? He moves his spear forward a foot. Oh, his spear. "Lofen, my advisor, of sorts." You look at Folka and snort. "You're the second spearman we've met who is more than a little touched." The man stares at Folka, a dangerous look on his face. "If you're finished having your laugh, I'll tell you why I've come to you." "Fine, but make it quick." "I'm leading this large group of trained fighters and tradesmen from Ormsdalr. We're looking for a new home. We've done what it takes to survive out here, but they're starting to lose faith in me." "You want us to reinforce your control?" "No, I want you to take over. Lead us someplace we can live. Lofen and I weren't meant for keeping others alive." What do I get in return? "For one, we won't kill you." Back smiles, but there's no humor in his eyes. "We'll share the food we've collected and fight alongside you, should there be a need." He stops and confers with his spear. "Spoiling you, Lofen is. We'll even spread the word of how great the Ravens are." "Alright, we'll take you as far as Bindal." Bat kisses the metal of his spear and smiles. "You have my thanks. Oh, Lofen thanks you as well." Hey, Bindal's here. Oh, we're going white out. The unyielding snowfall is proving too much for the humans who now vainly attempt to follow your large footprints. In truth, the sky and your surroundings lack enough contrast to know where you're going. And it's cold. To trees over here, Folka manages to say, motioning with her spear. The foliage blocks some of the wind, but does nothing for visibility. With no other options, you burrow into the snow, cloaked in your bear fur.
Darkness.
Whoa.
Lightning. Someone pulling in the energy. Painful.
Verk! Wake up, you damn bear! You're being robbed! You roar and shake off the foot of snow covering you, the unclear dream still vivid in your mind. Back uses a spear, Lofen to point east. "Those clansmen you've saved, they've killed your guards, they're taking everything!" Folka is by your side in seconds, followed by the spearmen. You sprint along the snowy path of the stolen supplies straight into an ambush by the bandits originally harassing the clansmen. Seifa turns and smirks. Oh, fuck you, bitch. Stealing from the ravens? You must have a death wish. Well, fuck, it is kind of annoyingly white here, isn't it? Can't get around all those stupid barrels. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Got an achievement. I do like to see those. Oops, I didn't want to do that. It's okay though. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. 3 enemies with a slaughter. 3 enemies with a shield maiden. Alright, we got some achievements going on. Seifa's wounds are great, and she whimpers in the snow. You nod to Folka, who dispatches the bandit archer with haste. This is what helping folks gets you, Yuri roar. Grab all these supplies and bring them to camp. You tell the ravens after hoisting a barrel on each shoulder. He's not wrong. That is kind of what got us. Let's level up. At least one person. I want to save some renown for supplies. Okay, and then we'll do one more. It's 3 to 4. Which I think is going to be Bursey. Yep. Alright. Alright guys, since we just finished the plot point, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. So we will be picking this up again tomorrow around the same time, 11 Central. More Banner Saga 2. We will also be streaming Final Fantasy 11 on Saturday morning and Sunday morning. And then next week, Thursday, we will pick up Banner Saga again. So if you were here for Banner Saga, feel free to tune in tomorrow and then tune in Thursday and Friday next week. Otherwise, I will see you on Saturday and Sunday for Final Fantasy. Thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I should have the VOD up for today's game either tonight or tomorrow night on my YouTube channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Take care. Later!